my private residence. So, you have to, there's a very divine way that you are led here. Not just anyone ends up here. I called this place the Coterie at Chipmunk Lodge. Chipmunk Lodge is the name the house was given in 1919 when it was built. We have some excitement about chipmunks back here, or coteries, I don't know which. So the original footprint of the house was the room that we're sitting in, the library room and the bedroom, no bathrooms, no running water, nothing like that. It was just a little cabin, summer cabin, the Blue Ridge Assembly, there are trails that back up to it, so these were just summer cabins, and there's 19 homes in this community. You can see the original fireplace, it says 1919 on it. And then there's a matching fireplace outside that was built later. But there's lots and lots of history in this house and synchronicities of how I ended up here. That's really fun, so if you want to ask me about that, feel free to do so. But coterie is it's a word for a small group of people with common interests. And so that was actually given to me from a past life before I had this place. I didn't know what it was. I had to look up the word. And when I looked it up, there was a magazine, a literary magazine, that launched on May 1st, 1919.
Wow.
The date that's on my fireplace. So there's lots of fun synchronicities like that. It's a really magical place, and some of you have already commented that you notice that it's charged and powerful. That is because the land calls people to it who have high vibrations, and there's this beautiful reciprocity that happens. The land gives to you, you give to the land, and it keeps building new earth codes, and then you take them to the places where you go, and it strengthens here and it spreads and spreads. So tonight we're really going to continue that kind of thought through this symbology of the fireflies. It's really amazing and magical. I don't know how many will show up tonight. You never know. Sometimes they're all around the fairy circle, sometimes they're shy, but we can be the fireflies too. So yeah, and I had a vision a couple years ago of myself as a firefly, and I lived in Raleigh, and I had heard about this phenomenon that happens here where I guess there's a place on the Blue Ridge Parkway where you can go and they descend. Has anyone seen this? They fill up the whole valley. Yeah, and you used to have to get tickets, you were not allowed on the Blue Ridge Parkway. But I kind of thought, at this time I was in Raleigh and I was living a pretty expected life. And I felt alone because the kinds of things that I thought and felt and wanted to do were really different than the middle schoolers that I was serving and their teachers and my neighbors and churchgoers and family members. And I just had this vision of this valley of one light, no matter how faint it is, when they magnetize together, it can light up the whole valley. And so I like to think about this, that's what's happening here at this place, is people are coming, you're bringing your unique light, you're bringing your aspect of the divine, and we're all joining together and we're creating something bigger than any one of us. It's an alchemical magic. And I met David back in August at a Gong bath. We had instant recognition. And I've been working with him through the sounds to open up different processes in my body and release pain and trauma, and then his astrology. And we have been collaborating for a little bit now. And we like to play a lot. So we just keep dreaming up crazy things to do and fun things to do. So you're here tonight. We have a summer solstice event, which a couple people already have tickets, that's
20th?
Yeah, it's the 20th. The 20th, and that's going to be an earth mandala. We're going to make an earth mandala, and we are going to have a solar gong. I can't remember what else we're doing.
Ceremonial fire.
Are we doing a ceremony? It's going to be fun. We're doing
We're
lots
not sure what
no,
it's
we
doing.
do. We have the right
It
up.
could change.
It could change because we do wait till things come in. But it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And as you can see, we don't have limitless room. So if you're interested in that, it's posted on my website, which will send you to his website to get tickets. So do that if you want to do that. We're also doing our first day-long retreat on July 13th.
13th?
It is, yeah, 13th, and it's
It's a full day, recreate and recreation.
Tell about the astrology portion of what we're doing.
The astrology portion
the
of that.
happiest
Oh,
planets in the world.
yeah. I'm trying to remember, but it's including some mini readings, and it's specific to something.
The happiest planets in your chart.
The happiest planets in your chart. Yeah, we're looking at Jupiter, we're looking at Venus, we're looking at your ascendant.
Yes.
And how those all tie together. These 3 planets are the joyous planets. We want to activate these planets now.
And we'll be playing with our inner children. We'll be doing, I do soul collage, which is just fun arts and crafts, but like way deeper. Yes, ladies? Yeah. So we'll be doing some soul collage. We will do a release ceremony so that we can clear anything that is a release water ceremony for our inner children. We will be doing gongs. We will be having lunch. We will be playing in the yard. Maybe other stuff, but that's, I think.
It'll be something where you think you're just coming to an event. And by the end of the day, hopefully, what just happened? That is the idea.
Yeah.
That there's something transformative, some kind of aha, some sort of release, coming wholeness, something like that. That it's very intended in a light way to evolve into who you are.
Yeah.
And release who you're not. Get it out of there.
This place we also do tantric dance once a month, which is somatic prayer through your body and through movement. That is, I've got the poster on the wall back there. I think it's whatever the Wednesday of the new moon. We do it around new moon intention, so it's like the 25th. You can find information about that on my website. I do soul collage every Saturday, almost every Saturday down at Energetic Experiences, but I'm going to start doing it here in Black Mountain. So on Tuesday I have one from 1 to 3:30. So if you just have a lunch break and you want to come look at the mountains and do some soul collage, you're welcome to do that. I think that's most of my stuff. I do energy work and that kind of stuff. You want to talk about your event things that you have? So many.
Yeah, I'm under transition right now. I'm in this whole thing, and I started off this retreat space up in North Mars Hill with a partner, and I've been outed, and it's okay. I'm meant for a different pathway. However, it is a special place, and it's pretty magical during firefly season. There's all different kinds of species that come out there. So I am doing an event on Friday night called Sound of the Senses. I'm bringing in a friend of mine who is an Ayurvedic, she doesn't like me call her this, an Ayurvedic chef. She makes mocktails. And there'll also be optional THCA infused drinks there if you would like that. And so it's going to be aromatherapy, with sound. She'll be coming around with certain scents, and so it's going to be a full sensory event. And then after that, check out the fireflies. So if it's something that you're interested in, Friday. And then on Sunday, another event there at the Wolf. And then I do also have events adding on all the time throughout Asheville here. Energetic Experiences, Moldavite Life, Scalar Waves, who knows? Check out my website.
You can become a David groupie. Be careful, you might start doing events with him too.
It's possible. And so just check out my website, starsounds.love. And you can see the events, check that thing out. If you'd like to be on the email list, sign up there. I don't send emails out for every event at all, only when I'm really feeling it. So check out the website for that. But there's just, I'm going to be operating all around the Asheville area, and new venues are going to be opening up as well.
Did you say Astral or Asheville?
Both.
You're good. That was a double transmission. Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't talk about your astrology readings. Hey Jen, will you grab my phone off the table for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also, I came into my vocational work at about 41 in 2011 after a spontaneous Kundalini awakening, and it was a real deal. It lasted for about a year. I found sound, I found astrology, I found my calling. And so I've been working on that for 14 years now, and 5 years ago I just gave up my former life and dedicated myself to this work. And my readings are know thyself readings. There's all different kinds of astrology, and right now it's soul purpose. It's generally evolutionary astrology, but it's got a blend of esoteric astrology, shamanic astrology. I'm kind of leading the pack here a little bit in a new way of looking at astrology as this world changes. So if you're interested in your soul path, where you're going, where your hang-ups are, where the gas pedal is, what you're here to accomplish, what you've got to kind of go through, it's very, very helpful. Which reminds me, on Tuesday night, I'm leading a group at the Wolf. It's in 2 days, the Evolutionary Astrology Club. And I'm teaching the basics of evolutionary astrology. I'm doing a gong, and then you can come out and watch fireflies. It's this Tuesday. It's almost maxed out, so if you want to come in, it's actually a free event. I'm accepting donations, but it's free, and it will max out. So you can check that out on starsounds.love, and it's also on the Asheville Astrology Club.
Yeah, you get a little teaser of fireflies here. Out there, it's. Here they dance around the fairy circle. And
Yeah.
We'll see what they do tonight. We'll see what they do tonight.
Yeah,
But
they'll
they
be.
dance around the
There's
fire-
definitely going to be
the
blue
fairy
ghosts.
circle,
There's
yeah.
definitely going to be. Out here does seem to be blue ghost specific
Yes,
too.
but there's
So it's
so many out of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah. So if you feel called for reading, reach out. And they're hour and a half to 2 hours. They're thorough. They're recorded, so they last for a lifetime.
Yes. I want to check in, everyone. Now you've been sitting where you are for a while. Everyone comfortable? Need anything else? Because we're going to launch in like for real. All the commercials are done.
And
Thank you for sitting through the commercials. I know we don't like to do that anymore.
you know, we all got our own thing. We're like to be sovereign beings. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
If you need to leave the room, lay on the couch. There's a couch over there. There's a bed over there.
There's a
If you need
bed on the
bathroom,
back
if you need
porch.
to walk outside. Do not be uncomfortable. We want you to be very comfortable and own who you are and have a good experience. So just.
And Brendan, does that door open feel okay to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had it closed the other night and the energy in here got way intense. So we're like, we need to open the doors tonight.
There's
So
bolsters for me.
yes, there's a couple bolsters here if you need something for your legs. Okay. So you didn't talk about your awesome firefly story. I shared mine. You didn't share yours. Will you share yours? Because it's quite hilarious to me.
Okay, well, I grew up on the West Coast, and I used to go to Disneyland, and on the ride there, you see fireflies. It's kind of cool. And then I moved to Hawaii, and then I found myself on a walkabout, actually carrying a gong, on a walkabout, discovering what I am, what I'm not am, and I found myself at a Vipassana. So I'm doing this 10-day Vipassana assignment retreat, and it's like day 8, and I duck out of one of the meditations, and I'm having all these epiphanies because it's day 8, and I'm like, this is what my life is all about. And I'm standing outside, it's dusky, and all of a sudden I see sparks, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking the angels are coming, like, yes, it's here. And on day 9, I'm opening up my mouth, because we can, and I'm telling everybody about my experience. And a guy's like, David, I'm like, what? He's like, you ever seen a firefly before? I'm like, firefly? I'm like, I've seen it at Disneyland. There's fireflies. And ever since that point, I'm fascinated by fireflies. And because there's no seasons on the West Coast or in Hawaii, I come out here and I'm fascinated by the seasons. And at the equinox, when it goes into Aries, I see dandelions pop up fast, and I look at the dandelion seed, and it's Aries glyph. I'm like, wow, that's definitely an Aries plant there. And then Taurus season came, and different flowers came up, and then Gemini season came, and I'm Gemini a lot.
Happy birthday, ladies.
And fireflies show up. So these special fireflies, these blue ghosts, are Gemini. They're gone at the end of Gemini season. And then it went on, Leo season, the mushrooms come out. So I noticed all these things, and so I've just been fascinated by fireflies, and it's nice that the first time I saw one, I was having an epiphany and a firefly spark. So that definitely means something, even though it was a firefly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But we're going to work with that firefly spark. So we're going to dive in. We'll start with a little intention setting, and then David will channel an astrology message for us, and then we'll go into the gong. As we come out of the gong, we'll mill about a bit and get tea or whatever you need. And I'll go do some recon and see. Usually they come around, at what time do they come?
9:30.
Friday, yeah, 9:30.
9:30.
And we had rain on Friday, and they still came in the rain. So and
9:30.
it was warm today and wet. So hopefully they'll be
here.
in plenty.
They'll be here.
Anybody have questions, comments, concerns? All right, I invite you to take the object that you picked out of the little jar into your hand. And this is going to be just a physical reminder of an intention. And you will be invited to just sit with this, and you can leave it here in the fairy circle and connect with it, or you can take it with you with the energy filled today, whatever feels right to you. But I'm going to start us off with a little poem. In moonlit hush, in forest deep, where mossy roots and shadows sleep, a shimmer stirs, a silent sight. The dance begins, no need to try, no flash, no sound, just drifting light, like spirits weaving through the night. Blue ghosts rise in sacred flight, soft as breath, yet burning bright. Are they dreams the earth has freed? Souls of a star sound or ancient seed? They pulse through time with mystic grace, a veil between this world and space. Follow them where silence leads, beyond the bounds of thoughts and needs. Where fireflies are not just fire, but messengers of something higher. Do you know the author of that?
Maybe.
That was from David. So with that in mind, if you choose, you have a deck of cards at your space. There are some along the perimeters if you want to trade yours in for a different one. And we'll just spend a little bit of silent time in meditation with your object, pulling cards if you want to help set some intentions. And when you're done, I'm just going to kind of make eye contact and see if everybody's ready. And then we'll get into the astrology part.
That's a change.
So appropriate. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we're going to turn them off. We can turn them off now, but we're going to turn them off when the sound starts. Thank you for asking. And Amanda, will you be in charge of turning that fan in my bedroom off once we get started too?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Make sure
The-
it's an
the-
obvious button on top.
The overhead can stay on, but the standing one, if you'll turn off, because they make too much
Sure.
noise. Thank you.
Oh, God. That's funny.
Wizard.
Figure.
Will you give me a cue? Will you give me a
I will
cue?
give you a cue. I will say, Amanda, it's your time to shine.
Okay. Don't want to miss.
But you can turn it off now if it's too loud or too blowy.
Well, I can do the bird
good.
call.
That's interesting. That's a nice tension. Fire and water. I always break my own rules by making noise.
Wow, this one's taking up.
Mm-hmm. I told you everybody get the deck they
Having a
needed.
similar experience.
I know. I told you. I said everyone get the deck they need. It's gonna happen. Back there, we're saying, yep, we're getting what we need back there.
It's hot in here.
It's getting hot.
It's not hot
This house is magical. It's like it's the womb of requirement. Anything we need is here. It constricts and expands to meet time. David's like, do you have a random
Are there readers?
thing? Yes, there are. You need some readers?
I left mine in the car.
David has a couple pairs around. You got another pair of readers?
If they're not handy, that's okay.
Oh,
I can
they're
just
not.
switch it.
No, they're not handy.
But
A friend. I bet a friend next to you might read to you.
I was like,
There you go.
there we go.
Ah.
I'll make it. Oh, yeah. That's so much better. Thank you. Let's see.
Can I read yours? Can I read yours?
Wow. 28.
Can you feel the love tonight? Oh yeah, this is like the messages from Memory.
And that car was hot.
Ah.
Hi.
And I'll remind you all that when you have kind of your intention, you're going to sit with your object.
And if you
Is
want
my
to
te-
remember that, take pictures.
Is
of
my
your-
teacher showing?
It's good. I'm really good. Thank you for that compliment.
Yeah, this is, wow.
I want to do it.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
first time I pulled a card like that.
Yeah.
And it was not random. That car was on fire.
I have to remember, I need to go to my girls' homes, but one of my poems, there's a line of water and fire meeting in the middle. I need to pull that poem. Give me a thumbs up or a thumb sideways. A thumbs up if you're done. Thumb sideways if you just need another little bit. Okay. We'll go about one more minute. I'm a semi-retired educator. I work with middle school. I was a director of a middle school for a while. I got lots of fun ways to get attention. Organize things.
What middle school?
In Raleigh, the
I'd rather
Explorers.
wait for it.
Oh, well, I worked for Wake County Public Schools for 20 years, and I was a coach for a while, but yeah, I was the director of the Explorers Middle School for a couple years.
Alright.
Yeah.
I wait for Raleigh too.
Ah! So I wonder if we all
It's a
pass
homecoming.
each other in Raleigh, because I was there from '96 until, well, I'm still there sometimes. I still have schools there that I work with.
I was there, like growing up in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, yeah, cool. So it is not required, but if there's anyone that wants to share an aha or a synchronicity or something with the group, I'll leave space for that to happen now, because, you know, we learn from each other. Yes, I can see it. I can see it. Go for it.
I just think the universe is cheeky.
Of course.
I've been working a lot with sensuality energy, and I picked the Nine of Cups,
Oh.
and I picked the Oracle, and they call me Victorical. I mean, it's
Well, we should say our names, so say your name.
Victoria. Cheeky.
Mhm. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, I will. I got collaborative dreaming. Get ready for lots of collaborations and the capacity to handle it, to dream come true. I've never pulled a card that uplifting in a long time.
And didn't I just get done saying maybe one day you too will be collaborating with David?
It's on.
The card knows it's happening.
And everything that comes with co-collaboration.
Well, we are really all co-collaborating and co-creating tonight, so it is happening.
Sarah?
Yep,
Mine's Valerie.
Valerie.
And, we pulled cards before we came here.
Ooh.
Also, at Victoria's house. And I pulled happiness, which I was extremely excited about.
Were you happy about it?
I was very happy about it because it had been in a little bumpy place for a bit, and then tonight I drew Revelation out of the Magdalene deck, and also Rochelle, which was about support and abundance, and that's been also kind of a bumpy place lately, and so that felt really nourishing.
Beautiful. Yeah. Anybody else? I'm going to do 20 seconds more of wait time, because as a teacher I know there's some of you that are like, I really think I want to share, but I don't know if I want to share, so I'm just going to wait that extra little 20 seconds, so in case anybody don't go home and go, damn, I should have shared.
Okay.
Okay. See, there's always one.
I want to share this with everyone.
Tell us your
because I feel
name.
Okay, Christine. Ivory Swan Goddess. The Ivory Swan Goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades, beloved. Release guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way, so that you may realize your beauty, be more of yourself, and shine your divine essence into the world. And I just thought that's
Like
Can I
fireflies, like
grab some of that?
fireflies, yes.
Oh,
Shine your divine essence into the world.
Yes.
I mean, that is our theme tonight. That is our spark. That is our firefly magic. And David is going to talk about what's going on in the sky. So you can't take the cards with you. So if you, but you can take the
can take
little
a
object.
picture.
You can take a picture. But David's going to share what's going on in the skies for us right now.
Yeah, you know, there's so much going on, so this is going to be a condensed version of it. But I just want to ask a question right now. How many of you are experiencing drastic changes? Oh.
The same number of people that have never been to this house before.
That's
You might be here
because
for a
drastic changes are happening. And this is the most beautiful time to be alive, and it's the most daunting time to be alive. We're here because we're brave. We're here because we wanted to be here to experience this time, because there's probably no other realm in the universe that we can. So through the bliss, through the sadness, through the sorrow, through the ecstasy, feel it all of it. Be in this present moment, because when it's gone, we'll look back and say, I missed that. And what a beautiful thing. We're brave, we can handle it, we can do it. It's our perspective, it's our attitude, and we've got to look forward into the unknown future. We are pioneers, we're frontiering this. We have no choice. This is what's happening. So if we want to resist it, it's going to be more daunting. If we resist it, it's not going to be so fun. Have fun with this the best we can. Every challenge that you have, every loss, every gain, every breakup, every failure, every success, enjoy that for what it is. Your future self wants that for us. And this is a mega cycle that we're in right now. It's such a biggest mega cycle that there's no way to determine what is going to happen. We are creating the future. Know this. Attitudes, perspectives, ways. That's what we have. We cannot change what is happening on the external, but we can change our perspective for it and expect it. Expect the change. Expect these things. So, as I was telling Christine earlier, imagine yourself. You're out on a boat. You're in the middle of the ocean. What are you going to, your sea legs are wobbly. You're like, whoa. Eventually, you get the sea legs. What's coming out? We've got to prepare for anything. Sails up, sails down. Rocky seas, calm seas. And that's how we navigate our lives right now. What's happening is, you know, the ancient yogis and Hindus talk about these ages, the golden dawn and other things. The Kali Yuga, is what they talk about, is over. Over. We know it's over because we're changing. These planets that we know, like, Saturn, it's different now. Under this Kali Yuga, here's the characteristics of the Kali Yuga: spiritual ignorance, moral decline, social disorder, war and disease, loss of the connection with the divine. That's what we've been living. That's been a reality. We've been living through the darkest ages, and now it's changing. It's a slow change. It's not an overnight change, but we are the ones changing it. It's us changing this, and so it's over. We are going to become more transparent. Way more transparent. We are going to be telepathic. We're not going to be able to get away with those old ways. And anyone that doesn't know this is going to fall hard. We've got a head start knowing this. We're the leaders, the pioneers, and to forge forward with that. Jupiter has been suppressed under the Kali Yuga. Jupiter is the most expansive, beautiful, gift-giving, bearing, go big planet. And Saturn has been very restrictive. There's a square going on in the sky right now, and it's been going on for 9 months, and it's almost exact right now. Jupiter wants to give us great gifts, and Saturn is saying, hey, I'm changed, work with me. I'm here to ground your ideas. I'm here to ground them in, so I'm not a restrictive planet. I'm not all about delays. I want to make sure that you can pull this off. So any kind of delay, it's like, okay, Saturn, what is it? What do I need to do to build this proper foundation? Working with these planets. Jupiter's changing signs into Cancer tomorrow. Okay, Mercury went into Cancer about an hour and 15 minutes ago. How's that?
That's the Gong selection right above
Plus
here.
Mercury right here. We are going to ring in with Mercury tonight. We are coming into a period right here, right this moment. We're going to be able to come into the heart. We're going to be coming to feel. We've been real heady lately with Gemini. Sun's still in Gemini. There's still Gemini going on, so we've got a chance to merge our head and our heart using Jupiter, using Saturn, and bringing it all together. There's also another opportunity that's happening right now going into this full moon. So we got a full moon in Sagittarius coming up on Tuesday. This is not any ordinary full moon. It's square its nodes. The nodes are our karmic past and our future direction. So right now, with the moon square the nodes, we're actually able to clear karma. It's gonna be, some karma is gonna be cleared, whether we're conscious about it or not. But if we're conscious about it, we know what's happening, we can see it in real time, we can be brave and go through it. Sometimes karma clearing can be painful, it can be daunting. And knowing that it's happening, it makes it okay. It's like, yeah, I'm going through this because I'm clearing and I'm gonna stay with it. I'm gonna stay with it till it's gone. I'm not gonna run from this, I'm not gonna drug myself, I'm not gonna escape. Bring it on and let it clear quickly. This full moon is also coming with Venus squaring Pluto. Whoa. Whoa. What an opportunity this is with this full moon to clear relationship stuckness, to clear lies in relationship, to clear hiding underneath relationship, to not dealing with it. The elephant in the room, we don't talk about this right now. It's a perfect time to bring it up. Some things are heavy, it's scary. I don't want to say this, I don't want conflict. The invitation is to do it. The planet's support. Your relationships will improve. If the relationship is false, it'll work itself out. If it's real, it's going to come together. And we really have to trust in that future and trust that whatever is going on is good for everyone. And the future is going to be more aligned and more bright. That's the backdrop. That's it. I don't want to spend too much time on this. How's that sound?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always love when you talk about working with the planets too. David knows all of the technicalities. I know it in my body first, and then I'll be like, hey, this is, he's like, yep, we'll confirm it with this guy. And it seems like I have like I'm a little bit, like as the planet shifted, like comes in a little bit ahead of time. So I have been working with Saturn for a while. If you don't work with the planets, I highly recommend it. It's fun. They're hilarious. Like this morning, Jupiter bossed me to put on a yellow shirt to honor Jupiter. Yeah, so that's really
Saturn
fun.
loves dry humor.
Yeah. yeah.
Loves a little bit of sarcasm.
Yeah. The other thing I want to pull from Friday night, Randy Botnick, a friend of ours, was here channeling messages. And the other suppressed figure during the Kali Yuga has been our divine feminine, right? So she's been asleep, and we are now in a new age of the snaky goddess Venus, who is here and fierce, and she's coming forward, and she is dancing a new dance. So we've got the ancient, the new ancient Venus, and she's calling forth the new ancient Mars to come dance with her. And so we're experiencing that now as well. And as womb bearers and men who have spaces where there's an energetic womb, we can feel that pull inside all of us. And so that's another factor that's taking place now too.
And it's not about the patriarchy or the
No.
matriarchy anymore.
Yeah.
It's coming together as one, united.
And Randy, she might, if she doesn't have the message posted yet, it's on her website. I'll send a follow up with a link to that because you may be interested in hearing about it because it's very timely and yeah. All right.
Okay.
So we'll relax and now is the time for the fans to go off. It's your time to
Anyone,
shine. It's your time
anyone
to
hear the
shine.
sound? Anyone
Bathroom,
hear the sound
and we'll-
healing
oh, yeah.
gongs? Has anyone
Oh,
ever
she's saving her
experienced
putting
this
it asleep.
before?
Failed.
Have you experienced sound healing before, gongs? We're seasoned travelers?
Everybody
Wow.
feels comfortable. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you all
So-
lay down and check in, and I'll bring you anything you need or just lights.
Experience this. Be in the present moment with whatever these sounds transmit to you. Be with it and let it do what it does. There's absolutely nothing you need to do. Your body's intelligence with these vibrations will do it automatically. Don't resist and let them do their job.
Check in with yourself if you want a blanket on top of yourself or another pillow or something. Raise your hand and I'll come bring it to you. Everyone should have a blanket and a pillow already at their spot. Oh, I need a pillow. I'm raising my own hand.
consciousness back to you, back to the whole you. Pure, eternal, spiritual, wonderful, beautiful being that you are. Coming home to yourself, your pureness, and your love. Everything you are meant to be. Feel it. Hold it. Caress it. Using your voice, feeling your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your elbows, your nose, your earlobe. Smile. You rise anew, whole, ready for the rest of your life. Thank you deeply for coming on this journey with us, for being a part of this, for making this happen. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I think we all co-created something here tonight.
Couldn't have
A
done
little
it.
collaboration.
Couldn't have done it without all of us.
A
That
little
would have been
collaborative
fun.
dreaming.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you for being here and sharing your light. Anyone have any experiences in the farm they want to share? We usually talk about like the color, sound, fluctuations.
sensation. Sounds that couldn't possibly come out of a gong.
Mercury was doing its business tonight. So I'll turn this light on. It's not too bright. Use the bathroom, get some tea, chitty chatty, chit chatty. I'll go do some recon, and then when the little blue ghosties appear, we can.
Well, they should be here.
And you're welcome to hang out till 10. There, by the door that you came in, there are little flashlights on the table. If you use those instead of your phone lights, they're red, and so they won't disrupt. And I'm gonna walk up and turn off the light on the path too. So, but don't fall in my yard, please.
It's helpful to see them when we're not staring at bright lights, because they're very translucent. Do we need to have a sleepover? We hope the experience brought you just what you needed and released just what you didn't.
Thank you.
And don't you love how my phone went off? It was on Do Not Disturb. My daughter decided she really needed company when she was walking home from her new job, and so she called me multiple times.
I was gonna say every sound is part of you.
Isabel is just energetically joining us.
But I left that part out because I knew you had it. She did. That was a gong.
Instrument that sounded like the ocean.
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
It's really simple.
It was so lovely.
Yeah.
Very meditative too.
It travels you so fast.
God, yeah, it takes you, and you just listen. Move like the tide. It's soft, and oh, waves coming.
Yes, so nice.
Great. Yeah. The most simplest one. So it takes you quickly.
If anyone needs a little, I have some plums from a tree that I had. It became so pregnant with fruit, it fell over. They might be a little. They're a couple days. They're picked a couple days, so they're cold. I feel like isn't there a Robert Frost poem here? I'm sorry. I hate the
I
plums.
love all of your poetry channels.
This is what comes from being an
You're
English
right.
major and English teacher. I'm just saying.
Good. Yeah.
Plums.
A little bit different from the wall.
It's
What's the sound where it's like a
Oh,
Plums.
awesome. Thank you.
Yes,
it's
of
like a
course,
song,
of
but it's
course.
like steady and it changes a lot.
She knew I needed fruit.
Yeah, after
Is it
you
when I
will
maybe play the
energetic.
flute?
Something like that, where it's like you, but
Hold
it's
this
like, but
steady
it's a
tone.
deep sound, but there's a lot of
Did we burp it, or is
fluctuation.
it still
I
sad?
don't know what it is. I know when I used the flute, it
I mean, I
holds
could
its
tell it was
tone.
happening. You were very
I
dilated.
did a lot of interesting things that two hands, so I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah, we're
sure.
definitely doing two hands at one point, but
I'm not sure what that was.
that's cool. Glad you liked it. And I also like the, what's that, the thing that looks like a UFO?
The little one?
It's like.
Oh, the hand.
Yeah, the hand.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm just starting to get acclimated to that. And I play so intuitively, I never know what okay.
We're very
this is-
deep.
Yeah, I feel like I can feel her and
Uh-huh. There's no
Right,
plan, like,
walk up and turn off the lights.
okay, all right, here's what we're gonna do right now. And,
I'm good.
yeah, I take chances
Because it's more of an experience of a transmission. Yeah. But it's really fun. It's totally custom. It's got my name engraved on it. It's one of the best hand makers in the world. Wow. Yeah. Really suits my session. That was my. Did it come from a gong?
I don't know. It was like triangle thing.
Well, I have a wind gong
Oh, that's what
that
it is.
howls like the wind.
Yeah,
It
that's
has like
it.
a little.
It feels like it felt like a gust of wind.
Yeah, it's a wind gong. Now I have a wind maker, but my rubber band broke. So I'm kind of bummed. I gotta get a new
I remember
one.
that.
That one really hums like that. I couldn't. It's still my rubber band. Yeah. Yeah, but I have that wind gong, and it